Alright, day 2, critique time. Here we go. I guess a few things before we get started. Just wanted to say, amazing job so far. Just in entries, we're going at about 1,000 to 1,500 every day, which is amazing. And best of all, something I've noticed this time around is people are commenting on all the other photos, so that's an improvement from last time. So this started off more as a challenge where you just submit your photo, kind of like a contest, and it's developed more into a community where we're all kind of helping each other along and learning from each other, which is amazing. It's good to give, but it's also good to give back, and that is what makes this strong. So I appreciate you guys leaving comments. I try to go through and find anything with 0 comments on and leave one. If you see any photos with no love, show them some love. Let's encourage each other. We all have to start somewhere, and it doesn't matter how good of a photographer you are right now. The important part is that you're learning and you're getting better, because that will happen as long as you practice, just like anything in life. So enjoy yourself, keep shooting, and help each other out. Yeah, so window light challenge. Window light is basically any photo that contains light from a window. So it's almost any photograph taken inside that is shot with natural light. So I try to give these tips and tricks to help guide people, because I was kind of foreseeing or scared that I would see just 1,000 entries of literally a light coming through a window. And it's good to be literal. Like, I want you guys to interpret this, but I also want to give you some options. So do whatever you can. I'm not a teacher, and I'm not school. I'm not strict. I don't care if you break the rules. I really don't. All that matters to me and what will make me happy is that you're shooting and learning. It doesn't matter if you're an hour late. It doesn't matter if you're an hour early. I don't really care. I'm not going to punish you. This is fun. This isn't like, I'm not going to scold you. I'm never going to be mad. If you took your photo a week ago and you upload it, I'll never know. Like, let's just be real. So you can get as much of this out of it as you want. And in the end, the only one who suffers from cheating or not doing the right thing is you. It doesn't affect me. I don't care. The prices aren't that crazy, and they're just for fun. So you're not ruining anybody's day if you do something a little wrong. It's just in your best interest to challenge yourself and shoot a photo every day. That's all there is to it. So without further ado, let's get to some critiquing. So be a photographer. I think last time we had about 1,200 entries, so we're getting about 1,200 this time. And so many. Like, I can scroll through this all the way down to here, and I think that's where they start. And this is just great. And I saw a variety of everything. Lots of cat photos, which is great. I'm not complaining. But yeah, sometimes it's hard to find a subject within your house or wherever you are taking the photo. But good job overall. And I have picked out a few favorites I want to go over with you. And then I have the winner, of course. And this time the winner is going to get... Where did I put it? Oh my god, I just had it. Oh. That's why I didn't put it anywhere, is because I'm wearing it. So this time the winner is going to get one of my Rule of Thirds shirts. And a lot of people have been asking where these geeky shirts come from, and I basically just made a bunch, and only a few I printed a lot of. So if they gain enough attention, I'll print more and sell them. But right now, we got Rule of Thirds, so you're getting this, and you're getting the pin for Be a Photographer, which comes conveniently on the last day of the challenge, so I won't be sending them out until then. But you'll be getting those things. So let's get to some critiquing. So my favorite photos from this time are... I have a lot of favorite photos, but obviously I can't cover all of them, because last time I think I did 10 and it took me 20 minutes, so I'll try to go a little bit quicker. But this was my first favorite photo, and it says, Be a Photographer 2, window light. My sister was rummaging through her drawers and I just shot. She's so beautiful inside and out. Very nice caption, and I see that. I think she is beautiful. Her hair is a very nice color, and the colors in this are what really make it. I don't think the photo would have the same effect if it didn't have, this nice orange hair and this nice tealish wall behind it. They go really well together, and it's beautiful. Really well laid out. Where your subject is makes perfect sense. It's really nice to the eye. The only thing I don't like is that right there. It doesn't need to be there. So if you don't know how to spot edit, you can literally get rid of this within one click in Lightroom or Photoshop. There's a little circle tool with the arrow from it. Click it, and it'll automatically select a source point, and it's kind of like taking something and just covering it up with something else. But this doesn't need to be here. That's distracting. Otherwise, amazing shot. Well done. Thank you guys for leaving all these comments. This is amazing. So this one's a little bit different than most of them I saw, but I wanted to include it. And her caption is, I don't know if it's the topic window light, but there were raindrops and ice on my window and I didn't use the light of a lamp or something else. It's just natural light. So it does work because that's window light. And it looks cool. So I don't know what this was shot with. I'm trying to look in the caption. I'm not sure. I think you can take photos like this with your iPhone, but it might be shot with a DSLR. Regardless, the closer you get your camera to your subject, the more nice depth of field it's going to have like this. And I think you have great depth of field and a good frame. I would almost like to see this flipped 180 degrees because it feels a little inverted to me. But then again, I don't know that till I would do it. But right now, it looks great. It's a great detail shot. You did a good job, Lisa or Liz. Lisi. I don't know how to say her name. I don't know how to say a lot of people's names, but I'm trying. You did a good job, though. I like this one because it's simple. And it's kind of a little eerie because all you see are two legs. And you know they're in a bed because you have a blanket right here and a sheet. And then you know she is next to a window because there is the shadow on her. But it's nice, and the colors are nice. You know, it's got blue, it's got a nice skin tone, and you did a good job. So let's read this caption. I love window light, and I really like how this picture came out. We had to wait till 6 p.m. because it had been too hot to stand by the window, but it was really worth it. I'm really happy to be part of this project. Any criticism, the rest is more just about talking to the viewer. But the caption of it is that she had to wait a while for it, and good job sticking to it. I'm happy that some people are taking the time out of their day to create these photos. I know sometimes you get lucky and you get your photo just on the go, but sometimes it does take waiting. And I think you used the design or the shadow of your window very well here, so good job with that. And it just goes to show that, you know, a simple photo can be very effective too. So good job. I like how dark this is. I like how it's kind of almost more abstract. And I think you did some good work. So good job, Raquel. I hope I said your name right. So here we have Marconium. I don't know if your name is Marconium or Marconium, but this photo made me laugh, and I think it caught a lot of people's eyes because it's got quite a few comments. And sometimes funny is good. You know, it doesn't have to be serious, and I think you did a good job. It's a nicely framed photo. I don't like how there's this little extra stuff here. It kind of throws off your feeling of it being straight, and it is a straight photo pretty much. I can see from your vertical lines, but this is distracting. If you just bring the crop in a little bit, it would look great. And sometimes you just have to look at your photos, blink a few times, kind of get some fresh eyes and look like, what can I crop? What's distracting me? What don't I want to be there? And kind of switch it up. But I think you did a good job. Everything's in focus. The coloring's nice, and you used window light, so it fits all the criteria. Good job, Marco. Everybody loves Toy Story. Aww. Steph Ocho... Steph. I think your name is Steph. So Steph, this is great. This is cute. So I wanted to include this because natural light can be very soft. You know, if you have direct sunlight, it's going to be a little bit more shadowy, but this is diffuse. So you see how everything's kind of pretty much the same brightness. You've got some highlights over here and some shadows down here, but most of it's pretty mid-tone range. So it's like not too bright, not too dark, and it's a really appealing light to shoot something in. You can see how cute this cat looks, and you did a very good job. You caught it sleeping. Is that a kitten? It's so cute. But really good job. I love this photo. I like how it's centered, and I like the tones. I think maybe it's a little on the yellow side, maybe, but that's me totally nitpicking, like, too much. And I can't find anything wrong with this. I think it's a good shot. Maybe you can crop it down a little lower. Get rid of this stuff. If you cropped, like, right here. I don't know. I'm just trying to make up things that I think could be wrong with it because I have to critique. But overall, I think it's a perfect photo. Nars York. I'm just butchering these, but Natalie Sanchez. That's her full name. Day 2 window light. Today was a cloudy day, and I love macro photography, so here it is. I don't know what this was shot with. Maybe it could be an iPhone or a mobile, maybe it was a DSLR, but it's beautiful. And macro photography is basically photography when you take something really close. Your lens is really close to the subject, and that gives us a nice small part that's in focus, and everything else is very soft and out of focus. So this is your depth of field, and this is outside your depth of field, and this is also known as your field of view. It's the crispest part of the photo, and this is great. I love the tones, I love the framing, I love the shadows and highlights. It's just a beautiful looking photo, and I would almost put it on my wall. It's like very artsy. So good job. Well done. Okay, so this is Danny Makes Videos, or Danny Walters, and Day 2 challenge window light. I took this at 10:31 a.m. because the lighting was just as good as yesterday's, and I figured I'd plan out a little more for my assignment, so this was another possible photo for a shadow ballet, and I'm quite pleased with it. Window light is always something I've struggled with, and I'm glad I've experimented with these past few days. This is great. So you use window light you did what we call exposing for window light. So you made your photo so that your window light is properly exposed and everything else is dark because the window light is so bright. And it gives a nice silhouette, and I love it. I love the shape you've put in front of the window. I don't know what you're trying to say specifically with your pose, but I think it looks cool. Wow, it has so many comments. Oh look, Sammy Rotterfeld and Thomas Falcone commented. So good job. And this was one of the top photos. I think that's why I got more comments. But I just want to urge you guys to scroll through recent photos. Make sure you check everyone else out. And comment on those as well, not just the top ones, because we want to show everybody love. And it's cool to see other photographers commenting, so thanks for doing that, guys. Good shot. I guess to me, if I were to shoot this, I would almost make the background a little bit brighter so the light was kind of exploding into the window and causing more of like a hazy background, so that these lines right here weren't so crisp. They were kind of more blurred, and that would basically contrast the sharpness of your body or your figure or subject a little bit more. So it would kind of have more like angelic look. But then again, that would totally change the photo. So if I were to make it mine, that's what I would do. But this is your photograph, and I think you did a good job. Good framing. It's nice and centered. You're thinking. Good job, Danny. Adela. Window light, strawberry. Nice caption. And it's food, and food is very good to photograph in window light. It's good for... I use it for my gear photos. I use it for essentials photographs or anything where I need even lit light and you want your subject to look appealing, and food can look gross. It's really easy to make look gross, but I think that you did a good job, and the key is to get close to your subject. So more macro photography, make the rest kind of out of focus, and the color is great, the crop is good, background isn't distracting. This is just simply a great food photo. So good job. So here we have Martina, and Martina's photo is very simple, and it is simply just window light and a bed. And I like this, and I don't really know much of what she's trying to say or if she is trying to say anything, but it's just a nice looking photo. I almost would love to see it in black and white or with like a duotone, so like no other colors other than like blue and a white, because the colors right now are a bit distracting for me. They don't really do much for the photo, and they almost take away from it. So I'd like to see it a little darker, but I like your framing, I like your lighting, I like your exposure, and I think you did a good job. So well done, and thank you guys for leaving comments again. So this last photo I want to discuss is kind of crazy, and I like that she spent time doing it. It looks like she has a duster with dust on it, or she's blowing smoke out of something. Where is... few holes in my favorite sheets, or it's a firework, or you guys can make fun of me if I'm not understanding this, but something's going off in the middle here, and it looks awesome. And I like that she took time and did some cool stuff, like thought outside the box with this, and still used window light. So I encourage you guys to get creative, have fun with this, spend some time on it. You can spend 20 minutes on a challenge if you want to, or you can spend 2 hours, you know. Just do whatever you want. And this is cool though. I love the editing. You definitely know how to edit, so good job with that. And it's just a cool photo, and I don't know what it is, but it just looks cool, so well done. So here's the last photo I want to discuss, and this is done by Brave Shot, and just captioned light. And I don't know why I like this. Well, I do know why I like this. It just looks cool. It just makes me feel, I don't know, it just makes me feel like, hey, I like this. And sometimes you don't know why you feel the way you feel, but you know you do feel that way, and that's what this does for me. And I like that it's black and white. I like that it's just very bright in the middle, shadows on each side. It just feels nice when I look at it, and it's just cool. Nothing is overexposed, and the parts that are underexposed I believe are intentional, and it's just a very moody kind of look. And I don't know. I like the photo. I don't know why, and that is why I want to choose you as winning. So basically I'm going to send you the shirt. I'm going to send you the lapel pin that hasn't come yet for Be a Photographer. Just contact me. But good job with the entry, and thank you for submitting. So that is all I have for you this time around. Thank you everybody for entering. I'll have another critique video for you tomorrow. The next challenge is song lyrics, so get shooting. If you have any questions, leave them in comments. I'm going to try to do a Q&A here soon. Maybe on Snapchat, maybe on YouTube. I don't know. I just want to answer your questions. You can always tweet me, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Active on everything. I try my best to get to everyone. So reach out, keep shooting, and thank you for being a photographer with me.